This is Connor Curran. Connor is 7 years old from Ridgefield, Connecticut. He has a twin brother, a younger brother, and 2 loving parents. When you look at them, you think, what a beautiful young family. They have their whole lives ahead of them. But having your whole life ahead of you is relative, because about 2 years ago, Connor was diagnosed with a rare disorder called Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Duchenne is a fatal genetic disorder affecting the muscles. Sadly, those who have it are typically in a wheelchair by age 12 and only survive into their mid-20s.
You have a child, you just think about their future and you think about all the milestones and all the, them getting married, going to college and all that, and it's ripped away from you.
Fortunately, Connor has 2 incredible parents who immediately set out to become the best possible advocates for their son. They connected with other parents of Duchenne children through the largest, most comprehensive nonprofit in the U.S. focused on Duchenne. That organization is called Parent Project Muscular Dystrophy, or PPMD. It was founded 24 years ago by parents and grandparents of children with Duchenne.
Pat Furlong of the Parent Project Muscular Dystrophy knows the telltale signs all too well.
When my sons were diagnosed, I went to the doctor and he said there's no hope and no help, they're going to die, and they in fact did at 15 and 17.
But not without a fight, raising money first with bake sales and then with lobbyists in D.C. Her battle got backed up 15 years ago on Capitol Hill with new legislation. Now there's a research center, standards of care, and a $500,000 investment by the government for new treatment.
We now have 33 companies that are looking at developing drugs that either restore or replace dystrophin, which is the fundamental protein that's missing.
Chris and Jess were so impressed with the love and kindness they were shown, and by PPMD's accomplishments, that they decided to partner with them, and they created their own organization called Kindness Over Muscular Dystrophy, or KOMD. So what is Duchenne? As Pat Furlong said, children with Duchenne are missing dystrophin, a fundamental protein needed to build and maintain muscles. Without it, muscles can easily become damaged and will gradually deteriorate, starting with the lower skeletal and moving to the upper skeletal muscles. Eventually, and most devastatingly, it progresses to the heart and lungs until they too fail. So we're in a race with time to help Connor and all of the children with Duchenne before the damage to their muscles is so severe. But there is optimism with tons of exciting research. After decades of slow progress in the fight against Duchenne, the FDA approved the first Duchenne drug ever on September 19, 2016. That was a big day in the fight against Duchenne. The drug, called eteplirsen, has already proven to be a game changer for some patients.
How much of a difference has it had in their lives?
I mean, I think you're literally looking right now at the mother of 2 children with Duchenne, one who is going to be the first child to survive the disease and one who is going to have the last child to die from it.
Eteplirsen really is cause for celebration. However, since Duchenne presents itself with slight variations, this drug only applies to about 13% of the Duchenne population. Another potentially game-changing treatment called gene therapy or gene editing is advancing rapidly as a viable treatment. With gene editing, the goal is to introduce the correct code for dystrophin, providing the cell with the recipe to produce dystrophin on its own, and ultimately curing the disorder. Researchers focused on gene therapy worked with a line of golden retrievers that have a canine form of muscular dystrophy called GRMD. In the lab, these dogs were dosed with a mini dystrophin gene treatment, and this is really incredible. The results speak for themselves. What I wouldn't give and what we all wouldn't give to see Connor and all of the children with Duchenne have these kind of results. Well, we might have that chance because Dr. Jerry Mendel at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, Ohio, just dosed in January of 2018 the first patient with this mini dystrophin treatment. Although this trial is in the early stages, will take time to develop, and is very expensive, we truly believe that a significant treatment or even a cure is finally within reach, not in decades, rather with help from people like you, maybe in years or even months. Exciting research like this is one of the reasons we're seeing more and more people join us as advocates. Thanks to the enduring dedication of an entire Duchenne community and with help from politicians from both sides of the aisle, including U.S. Senators Rubio and Blumenthal, the fight against Duchenne is picking up incredible speed.
So I want you to put yourself in the position of one of these patients. Your son has Duchenne. Your son is taking this experimental drug. You see how it has improved, how they are improving, because you do not improve with Duchenne. It is not one of these things where you get better, worse, better, worse. You get worse and then worse and then worse. It's a steady, predictable decline. In the end, there is nothing. The only thing to lose here is to do nothing.
This is Connor in a picture provided by his family. Connor and his family are not about to give up. They've come to my office annually since he was diagnosed to fight for a cure and to raise awareness. They fight for their little boy. And I know they would do it 1,000,000 times over again if it meant Connor could get better and live a long and healthy life. Connor and others like him are why I am here.
So who are we and why should you join us? In just over 2 years, KOMD has raised over $400,000, of which 100% has been committed to research and clinical trials, and every dollar we raise goes directly to research. I'm so proud of Chris and Jess and what they've been able to accomplish, and with your help, we can do even more. We're planning our 3rd annual fundraiser scheduled for June 9th at Captain Lawrence in Elmsford, New York. We're looking to partner with some corporate donors, sponsors, and major individual donors so we can continue to fund research focused on eliminating Duchenne. We're in a race against time, and these young boys don't have a lot of time. So the time to act, and act decisively, is now. We're so close to finding a cure, and we need your help. Thank you for listening, and please join us as an advocate. Please donate and help us to find a cure for Duchenne.